Peruns fart is a different technique of unhooking, and unlike Halo's gate, it will try to unhook anti-DLL, but without reading a fresh copy from disk, because some EDRs might flag such behavior as suspicious. Okay. So how can we access fresh copy of anti-DLL without touching disk? Well, we can read it from a new process. We know that during process creation, there's a slight delay between loading anti-DLL into a new process and AV injecting its monitoring DLL into the same process, right? But how to win this race condition? Well, we don't have to, because the only thing needed is to spawn the new process in suspended mode, okay? This effectively blocks AV from injecting its DLL up until the process is resumed. So between spawning and resuming time, anti-DLL is clean, okay? The only drawback is that anti-DLL is not easily copy-paste, because some relocations of the fresh copy has to be made, or we will just copy out the part related to syscalls, which rather won't be an object to relogs. Okay, so let's take a look into the code. So let's go to here and open up. So this code is based on the fresh copy implant, and so this part is the same. We are going to inject our message box, encrypted message box, into the notepad, but the unhooking process is different. Okay, so what we do, we create a new process. I picked cmd.exe, but it can be any process, okay, in suspended mode, right? And from that process, I need to copy out an anti-DLL, okay? So what I do, I just parse PE headers, okay, of the anti-DLL, and get the size of the image, so that I know that how many bytes I need to copy out, and I create a new memory region. I'll allocate a new memory. I call it cache, which will hold the temporary copy of this fresh, anti-DLL without hooks. Okay, and once it's done, so I copy that this data, or the code actually. And then I can terminate the process because I don't need it anymore, and the fresh, clean anti-DL is in the cache right now. And then I will call unhook anti-DLL function with two parameters. One is the pointer to our hooked anti-DLL, and the second parameter with a pointer to our cache containing clean anti-DLL. All right, and after that we can do the injection. So let's go to this function, and this one is similar to the previous one, like the one using the fresh copy from the disk, but instead of so it looks through the anti-DLL and tries to find the text section, okay, and when it's found, it will change the protection, okay, here, and at the end it will restore this protection. So that's the same thing as in the first technique, but this part is different. Okay, this part is responsible for finding the I call it syscall table. So all these syscall stubs in a fresh in the clean NTDLL memory, and once they are found, I will just copy them onto the, so from cache I'm copying these to NTDLL. Okay. The only question is how I find these this syscall table. So I have two functions: find first syscall and find last syscall, and these like these names are descriptive enough to say what these functions do. So the first function takes our NTDL from cache, and it starts to look for these two patterns. So first of all, so we go from the beginning of the NTDLL and go byte by byte, and we compare each time with this pattern. Okay, and this pattern means syscall and followed by return. And once it is found, we then need to find the beginning of the syscall. Okay, so from that position we will go upwards up until we find this pattern. Okay, so it's CC CC CC, so it's 3 times int 3 instruction. And let me show it to you in the debugger what I'm talking about. So attach to notepad, let's go to symbols, NTDLL, and as far as I remember it was access check. Is it? Yeah, that's the first syscall. Okay, so again we're going from the beginning, checking the pattern, and this pattern is here 0F05 C3. Okay, so once it is found, then we go up from here looking for these bytes, CC CC CC. So we go up until here. Okay, and if it's found, then we know that this address is the first byte of the first syscall. Okay, and the second function works similarly, but this time we are going from the end of NTDLL and looking for this pattern. Okay, so if we go downwards, and we need to scroll that too much. Yeah. So the end of the so-called syscall table looks like this. Okay, so we are looking for these bytes, and this pattern is 0F05 C3 D CD and etc. And these are pretty much the similar bytes in other releases of Windows 10. Okay, so once we have these two addresses here, syscall start and syscall end, we calculate the size of it and just make the copy, and again adjust the protections, and that's it. At this point we should be clean, so we can proceed with our injection. Okay, so let's close that. Let me compile it. And let's copy this to our test. To our test folder, and let's run it. And let's attach our debugger there as well. So it's Perun, and as you can see here, so Perun has started a new process, which is CMD, and it's suspended. The main thread is suspended. Okay, Yep. So, and the cache is, this is the address of the cache. So let's Control G, and this is the copy of the NTDLL from the cmd.exe process. Okay, suspended one. So once we have the copy, we can kill the process, and it's gone, as you can see. So now we are entering this function, okay? And what we have here, we have first syscall has been found here. So let's go there, Control G. Yep, that's the one. Okay. The second one, the last one actually is here. That's correct. And these are the addresses. So this is the beginning of the syscall table in our hooked NTDLL, and this one is actually this one. Okay. And let's take a look at NTDLL again. The original one. Let's create thread ex as an example. So we have a hook here. Okay. So if we hit enter and reanalyze, the hook is gone. Okay. And this is our create thread ex function syscall with clean code. It's okay. So now we can start our notepad, and we just can hit enter, and our code gets injected into notepad. So that was Peruns fart. And by the way, the name of this technique is a sort of a word game, because fart in Polish means luck. All right, so that was Peruns luck.